Hey, what's up guys, Matt here. Today I'll be going through Gemini Jets' November 2019 new releases. Before I get into this, again, I have not been making any videos for some time. Last couple of weeks have been very big for me in terms of securing myself for the future. A lot of paperwork to go through, things like that, so I'm getting all that sorted. Hope you can understand, but it has been important for me. And also, I was looking at doing in December 24-day countdown to Christmas sort of thing with a video every day. But I think you deserve more than that because of how slack I've been, both in making videos and responding to people. And everything's just draining on me. My personal life is just draining on me. It's very difficult for me to actually get up and make a YouTube video now because everything's so draining. But I feel you deserve more, so I'm going to make a video review, a model review every day of December, and there will be plane spotting within that, of course. So there'll be additional videos on some days, and I really just want to just as a thank you, because a lot of you have been sticking with me, and I just haven't been producing content. So I really want to give back with a big month, and I know it's a month away. But beginning of December, but it's something I want to do, just to say thank you for sticking with me this year, because this year's been a really knuckle down type of year for me. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into this. We're going to start with 1 to 400, of course. First up is the Eleska A350-1000. This is in the Horizon Air 1981 retro livery. Of course, Horizon Air is the regional partner of Alaska Airlines. N421QX is the registration number. Very cool looking livery. Like the scenery, sort of the scenic stylized tail, sunset and everything. DHL 777 Freighter N705 GT. Pretty good looking model. Emirates 777-200 LR in the Expo 2020 livery. No, sorry, this isn't. Yes, no, sorry, it is Expo 2020. I was thinking because we've now got those special liveries for it, the green, orange, and blue. I keep forgetting now about the little logo at the front here. That's what it means. It's that little logo. It's not the big fancy coloured liveries. Far Eastern Air Transport MD83 B28025. Okay, so it's a Chinese based airline. Goes well with that retro livery. Qantas 787-9 VHZNJ. This is the 100th anniversary of Qantas livery. As you know, they are the third oldest airline in the world, still operating under their original name, and that's a very, very cool model, highly anticipated as well. Southwest 737-700 N230WN in the Colorado 1 livery. That's pretty cool. Don't think this one's around anymore, of course, because it's got the old tail, but I think it's been a few years since it's been repainted or gone. I don't know what the status of the aircraft is. Oh, by the way, I think I'll say this. I think I would say the Qantas, this Southwest, will be big sellers. So if you do want it, I would say get in now. I can't predict 1-400 that well because I don't collect it. But based on my knowledge, on what I already know, I think those would be the two hot sellers. United 737-300. It's good to see a 300. We see 500s and 700s, 800s, 900s. It's good to see a good 300 for once. Even 200s, you see more than 300s. But I'd really like to see Air New Zealand, especially in 1 to 200. N327UA in the old sheet line livery. Because we still have not received the last flight models for the Air New Zealand 737. I know it wasn't popular other than New Zealand, but the fact remains it would have been cool to see one from my perspective. United Express CIJ 500 in 540GJ. Of course, their new livery, which is, I don't mind it too much on this aircraft. I don't know why. I'm not a big fan of this livery at all, but I think it looks pretty good. Vietnam Airlines 787-10 VN A879. Pretty cool model. Of course, they've got the Dash 9s. I'm not sure how many Dash 10s they're getting, but I would say it looks pretty good. Now on to the Gemini Max. Now this is obviously with 1200 they just include all the military aircraft with it, but they have a separate one for their 1400s which they call Gemini Max, and that's all their military aircraft. That's what MAC means. So we got the Royal Air Force A400M ZM401, the registration number, and it's a pretty cool model. There's nothing, I don't know whether Royal Air Force have their bases usually on their aircraft like the US do, but I don't think they do, but just a thought. Now moving on to 1 to 200 scale. Decent release, I would say. Aer Lingus A321 Neo EILRA. Fortunately it wasn't something called the IRA. Some of you will know what that means. Aeromexico 787-9. This is the Quetzalcoatl livery. XA80L. I have this, I'm just looking, see if I can find it now. I believe it was a JC Wings release previously. So, and I already have this model. That's why I was looking around. So I believe it's JC Wings, so I don't need it. As I said, I've already got it. Eleska A321 Neo. A lot of Neos in this release, and be good for many fans. I think a lot of Neos have been a long time coming. In 928 VA. By the way, my Air New Zealand Neos, yes, I'll be getting to unboxing those. It just, there's lots and lots and lots of other aircraft to come before that, but I may skip a few to in front of the queue. I have done so far. There's some models like the Ansett 747s, which I'm still yet to review. They were at the front. Now I've slightly pushed them back just to put in other models first. I know some people would like to see the Ansett models, and they are coming. Etihad A350-1000 A6XWB. And this is a very cool looking model. I think I will get this one. I expect this to sell well. I'm not sure if it will be a seller to the point where it will sell out very quickly, whether it's just after pre-order, you know, when the stock comes in, or whether it's during pre-order. I don't think it will, but I believe it's going to sell quite a few models pretty quickly. But again, you know, I could be wrong, just like I could be wrong about 1400. Could be underestimating it, could be overestimating it, of course. I don't like to overestimate it, but then again, it's probably better to overestimate than to underestimate. FedEx A310-300 Freighter N811FD. Very nice classic model. Not for me though. By the way, I saw many Aer Lingus A320 series at Heathrow. I'm not sure if I saw an A321. I don't even know if Aer Lingus have A321s at the normal CEOs. But I kind of would like to get an Aer Lingus model now. But if I haven't seen the Neo, I won't get it. JetBlue A321 Neo N2002J. KLM 787-10 PHBKA, and this is also in KLM's 100th anniversary livery. So KLM was 1919, Qantas was 1920, I believe. So they bring it out now for next year, or was it 1921? It was I think it was 1920. But yeah, so Avianca have the rights to bring one out. Don't see them bringing one out unless I've missed something. but they still operate under their original name. They were around since early 1920, I believe. Lufthansa A380 Dai Mb. We've had this release before. I think it was a slightly different registration number, but we have had this release. So very popular model. Could be popular in this release, but a lot of the time the second release is usually a dead in the water. They sell a good amount of them, but they don't usually sell out very quick at all. United Express Embraer 175 N605UX, the new livery, and it looks alright. I'm not doing it out of any distaste for United. I like United as an airline, but I just can't get behind that livery. United States Air Force C-17 Globemaster 99206, the registration number, and it is the Charleston Air Force Base, AMC, so Air Mobility Command, I think. Have a lot of abbreviations in the US Air Force. Anyway guys, so this is it. It's probably been a very long video, but I hope it's been enjoyable nonetheless. Very good release for both scales, I will admit. But for me, I think the only one I'm really interested in is Etihad's A350-1000. Possibly looking at KLM 787. I do have a 787-9 of theirs. The -10 I don't have, and this is the 100th, so this is probably not going to be under another release. So those are the two I'm looking. One I'll definitely get, and one I'm looking at getting. But anyway, guys, if you did enjoy, please leave a like. If you did, comment to me what you think of this release. See if you want to get any of these models, because I think lots of people watching this are going to end up getting quite a few models, I would say. Subscribe for more. Yes, I'm going to be getting back into videos. Fingers crossed. I keep saying that. Share this video as well so other people know about these models and see if they want to also get them. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.